Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through the process of how I get my hides up on the frame for stretching. Last night I flesh, washed, and tanned one of the custom Icelandic lamb hides that I have had here for a few weeks. He is gorgeous and I cannot wait to see how he tans. So the step in my process is I need to get him up on the frame for stretching, and then once he's stretched, we can head on to smoking before we finish him. I just finished school and I'm hoping I can now finish my hides like crazy and get them all done. The dog. You see the dog? I don't know her. I don't know her. You need a few tools for stretching your hides. You are of course going to need your frame, and you are going to need a pocket knife or a knife of some sort to cut through your hide, as well as you're going to need bungee cords, string, or even rope to secure your hide to the frame. So mine is 4 feet wide and 6 feet long. It is big enough for small to large hides. Of course, if you're working on bigger hides, then you are going to want to make a bigger frame. I find this size 4x6 is really good because it fits a whole wide array of different sizes of sheepskins. Also, rate my fit on a scale of 1 to 10. This is 12 out of 10. Birkenstocks with sweats is where it's at. This is just giving cute. Just brought over all my tools, so now we're all set to go. First thing, of course, you're going to want to do is I'm going to lay my frame over top of my sheepskin so I can open it and then figure out where I want it to be. Get it all centered in the frame, and then I can figure out how I want to secure it to my frame. So this side I tanned last night, so it sat for a few hours with the egg yolk, so now I can get him up on the frame. This one is beautiful. So this is what we're working with. See, she's been tanned. Now I got her up on the frame. So now I'm going to work my way around to get it secured to my frame. Okay, so I use a pocket knife to cut holes in my hide. You can also use like a knife that you may use for skinning. I do have a few smaller knives that I had for like in the kitchen that I have used for skinning. I just use the pocket knife because of course you can replace it and get it nice and sharp again. I'm just gonna go along the outside and cut tiny little holes. You just need to slit like barely anything into it. You want to just cut enough to fit a string or bungee cord through it. Also want to make sure you cut it close enough to the outside of your skin so that when you are finished, after you have washed your hide a final time, then you can trim off the edges and cut off all the pieces that have the tiny little holes in them. You don't want to have to stitch up those holes or just have holes along your sheepskin because you don't want holes in your sheepskin. Right along the edge, you're just going to cut tiny little holes. While you already have your existing holes along the outside of your hide, if you need to make more holes as you go once your frame is up off the ground, it's easy enough to do. You just want to kind of get enough that it's going to hold up and not fall off of your frame once you flip it up. So this is what it looks like before I have now got it up. These are just my tiny little holes. This one was already there, but you can see just tiny little holes along the outside. So these are all little pieces that I can just cut off the outside when I'm done. Personally, I use a variety to get my hide up on the frame. I use bungees first, and then to secure the other stuff, I would just use yarn. You can also use rope. I've used rope before. I've got lots of pieces of rope strung out on my frame still, but I use bungees. They secure a little bit better, they stretch really well, and then I will go around and just use string to tie up any other small pieces when I have ran out of my bungees. I'm just going to go around now and I'm going to secure with my bungees right now, and then I will go back with the yarn. So I thought I had more bungees than I did, but I don't know where the other ones I have are, so we need to go and get bungees from town. So I don't think this is gonna hold very well. But for now, we have 2 bungees and I'm using yarn for the remainder. And I don't know how I feel. I'm just hoping that it wants to stand without feeling like it wants to like break. We'll see. Don't you love losing the spot that was lifting? Like, I'm confused. I'm just trying to get yarn. Oh, got it. Okay, I'm gonna stand it up now. I don't know how well it's gonna stand, but we're gonna try, and we can attach more to tighten it if need be. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad, actually, guys. I hate being short because I can barely reach that. It's terrible. That's basically tightened to my liking. And then when I have bungees later, then I'll go around and put them in a few of the spots that I have the string. We're good. This is what we are working with. He is nice and tight on here, and he looks fantastic. I have a lot of string on here. Enough. I'm hoping it holds really well before I get more bungees on there. I only have 1, 2 bungees, so hopefully, but it looks really nice, so that's good. This is the wool side. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that gray. This one's actually a pretty small little hide. Very nice. So now that the hide is on the frame, we're gonna let it sit for a few days as I come back and work on stretching it. And then once he is fully stretched, then we can move on to smoking. This one is very pretty. I'm very excited to see how it finishes, but it looks gorgeous on the frame. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please make sure to leave them down below, and I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. You can find me on all social medias at Prairie Shepherdess.